In all the situations of excitement where the energy makes a blast, there's nothing better than being on Stu's Wrestling Podcast.
You're listening to Stu's Wrestling Podcast. It's time. Your host, Stu Palmer.
It's another special episode of my friend and pal and member of WrestleMania Team UK, Gav Longmate. Gav is the only person to have done all 4 of the big 4 WWE pay-per-views, and he went to WrestleMania 30. That was the first trip he did, and it was his first trip to America. If you do watch on YouTube, I implore you to do so. There's some great photos with people that Gav has met, including Kevin Nash, his idol Shawn Michaels, Mean Gene Okerlund, some great images from the WrestleMania events, from Survivor Series, SummerSlam and Royal Rumble as well. So yeah, visually, it looks amazing. I know a lot of people listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify and all the podcast apps, but for the visual side, if you want to see these great images from Gav's trips, I implore you to do so. So, without further ado, my guest from WrestleMania Team UK, with his memories from the WWE shows he's been to in America, it's none other than Mr. Gav Longmate. Enjoy. My guest from Yorkshire in the UK, in England, is my fellow Team WrestleMania UK brethren, and he is the only one in the group to do all of the big 4 WWE, WWF pay-per-views. It's Mr. Gav Longmate on the show, Stu's Wrestling Podcast today. How are we, matey? How are we?
All good, mate. All good, mate. Cheers. Thanks for the good announcement. Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah, you keeping well, Stu?
Not too bad, mate. Can't complain. Now, Gav, I'm going to go right back. The first show and the first time I met you was WrestleMania 30 in New Orleans. So,
yep.
What made you want to take the plunge and go to WrestleMania, your first big WWE event you'd been to?
Yeah, I've always wanted to go to WrestleMania and stuff like that. And then I met Tom Perry. That was 2009, and then just carried on talking from that. Obviously, he sorted it all out for me and stuff like that. And then, obviously, just went from there. Really, it was we're good. Definitely.
How was New Orleans for you?
New Orleans, that was a different way of life, definitely, from living in a little village out in sticks to obviously the Big Easy. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it was a different setting. Yeah.
What about Bourbon Street, Gav?
Bourbon Street.
And your experiences on Bourbon Street, because that's a holiday in itself. Take the wrestling out the wrestling out the equation, mate.
Yeah,
it was crazy along there that week.
That was a great week. That was definitely that was you can't knock that whatsoever. Because that was the first time I've been to America, so that was it can't get much higher than that. Really, that's standard. It was just that Bourbon Street, just great. Yeah, it was.
Now,
can't fault that.
In the build up to WrestleMania, obviously we've gone to Fan Axxess, the convention. Obviously WWE's own one. We've also done WrestleCons, but who did you meet at the first Axxess? With it being your first trip as well?
The first one, I wasn't quite sure what I was supposed to be doing, so I kind of just tagged along. I wasn't really sure what I was, as I say, what I was supposed to be doing. So met Kurt Angle. Mickey James. What else did I meet? Met some others on the street as well, like Ron Simmons, should I say? Sorry, met him on the streets.
How was Ron?
Oh, it was good. It was good to be fair.
What did he say to you? Just to let the viewers and listeners know.
It was I just asked him if I could have a picture, please, and he said, "Yeah, sure." Yeah, definitely a mountain of a man, definitely.
has that aura, doesn't he? Ex football player. He's a big man, even into his 60s now. It's but
still jacked. Yeah, he's still massive. Yeah,
great guy. He's a great guy. He's legend of the game. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You didn't meet Michaels at New Orleans, did you?
Oh, how could I forget about that? Sorry.
Right. Now, how was that? Because you are a HBK fan, and you always take the mickey about me being Bret Hart and Bret Screw Bret. You know, that's our banter. That's our banter. But yeah, how was it meeting your idol, the icon, the Hall of Famer, Mr. WrestleMania himself, Shawn Michaels?
It was surreal, to be fair, to get to meet Michaels. Yeah, definitely. Lining up, I was getting more and more nervous going round this like line and stuff like that. Whatever, yeah, it was very surreal. But no, it was. And then at that time on my phone, I had a Shawn Michaels theme tone as my ringtone, like. So obviously, I had a little laugh about that. Yeah, he signed me wrestling T-shirt as well. Well, Shawn Michaels T-shirt that I got. But yeah, it was down to earth and stuff. It was all good, yeah, with stuff like that. Because sometimes you get to meet your idols and they're not actually what you make them at. Well, not actually what they are, kind of thing, if you get what I mean. But no, it was basically like a 10-year-old schoolgirl just kind of lost me. Yeah, thing like screaming.
Can't put a price on that meeting.
No, definitely
meeting
not.
A man like Michaels, can you? That's it's priceless. It's priceless.
Certainly is. Yeah, yeah. It was definitely good. Yeah.
Now going into Mania itself as an event, just a few standout moments for yourself from WrestleMania 30, being at the Superdome. Yeah. Obviously, Hogan got it wrong. He called it the Silver Dome. He fluffed his lines. But yeah, the three legends came out, didn't they, at the start there?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think it started off sky high and basically stayed sky high, really. Well, until obviously one match in particular, obviously. Take a losing streak. Obviously, everyone was like, people leaving and all sorts. Yeah, crackers. Yeah, crazy that. Never thought that would actually happen, to be fair. As Mania as a whole, it was, can't fault it whatsoever. And especially being my first, it was definitely
amazing for you. Amazing for you. It's one I hold in high regard. And, you know, I've been to a few prior to that. Yeah. But for your first, what a fantastic show. And
and also everything's all walking distance and stuff like that. It's a lot easier
because we've been to some places and it's just so spread out. But yeah, I'm with you on that. It was ideal. It was ideal, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely, yeah. Matches that stuck in my head from that was obviously title match at end, obviously triple threat, obviously Daniel Bryan winning. Obviously it started at night as well. Daniel Bryan winning Triple H, that was one hell of a match just to start off with, really. And then, as I say, it didn't really go down or out. There weren't no bad matches, really, on that card. It was all definitely on a high sky. Up to the sky, should I say, sorry. Yeah. Yeah, it was.
We headed to San Jose, we headed to California, San Francisco, mate, the following year, your second event, WrestleMania 31. Again, a fantastic WrestleMania. Standout moments, Gav, from that time in California that we had.
I think being in an outdoor arena, in a stadium, it was, instead of being in an arena, as it was the year previous in Superdome. Yeah, it was... Yeah, Superdome, not Silverdome. Yeah, nailed it. Yeah, but no, it was great. Ladder match to start off with. That was good. The title match, obviously, when Seth Rollins come running down. Obviously, I lost my wick, kind of thing. Yeah, it was good. Matches, well, I'm just trying to think now. Christ.
I'm trying to think. I'm struggling now.
I think. Ladder match.
Bray and Taker.
Bray and Taker. Yeah, that was good. Yeah.
Rusev and Cena.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, they were good matches too. Yeah, solid, definitely. Yeah. With Undertaker losing his streak the year before, I thought that'd be it, kind of thing. I thought he'd maybe pass the torch to Bray. To be fair, my personal opinion at that time. But anyhow, it was a good match. It was, yeah. But yeah, it was good.
And then, obviously, we were around the stadium a couple of days before, weren't we?
Yeah.
We grabbed some beers. And that is great.
Yeah.
It was great, wasn't it? It was really well set up. It was organised, getting in and out, wasn't it? Using the tram system.
Yeah,
Considering there was like over 70,000 people there, I would say that's one of the most organised venues that we've been to.
Yeah, that was definitely organised. I know because I can't think which WrestleCon it was. Oh, it was WrestleCon when we went to, obviously, the previous year, WrestleMania 30. That line, we all got, I don't know, it just ended up not going nowhere. I don't think that line that we was...
They had the wrong venue. The venue was too small, and they realised, because I sent an email trying to be constructive. Obviously, WrestleCon's continued, and they'd learned from it. They need a venue. Yeah. It was just too packed, wasn't it? And it was too small where they did that. But as I say, who else? Who did you meet in 2015 at 31 at WrestleCon? Axxess, can you remember?
I met quite a few, to be fair. God. Just trying to think now. Well, obviously, when I went that time, I kind of had more of an idea of it, so I kind of like did my own thing, if you get what I mean. Obviously, met Dean Ambrose at 30. Should I say? Sorry, me, Dowie, and Double E. I'm sure it was that. I can't think now. But yeah, I wanted a picture with Kevin Nash. WrestleMania 30, obviously. WrestleMania Axxess, should I say, sorry. It was a WrestleCon, wasn't it? Sorry.
I'm just firing all these things at you. I apologise. No, it's all right. It's all right. Did you meet Kevin Nash?
Yeah, but that was at WrestleMania 32.
That's fine. That's fine. No, we can go into 32, mate. It's just if you remember stuff. It does, like I say, it doesn't have to be, in the timeline. We can move around at the WrestleManias. But how was Kevin Nash? Because I've never met him.
It was all right. Yeah, it was all right. To be fair, it was Apart from then when he stood up, I'm like, oh, yeah, he's fairly big. And then I did have a little inside joke with him about Super Shredder.
To be fair, what did he say when you brought up Super Shredder?
He just laughed. I was like, okay, yeah. But he was all right. Oh, I met Dusty Rhodes. Christ, how can
mate, I was actually very jealous of that, but then subsequently, the dream passed away. Amazing that you met Dusty Rhodes. But how was Dusty? What did Dusty have to say when you met him?
It was great. Yeah, it was great. I've got an autograph and stuff like that. And then, he did ask me, do you want an autograph? And I tried doing my best Dusty impression, like, if you will. And he just shook his head and giggled. And so we got two pictures, one where we're both laughing, and then there's another one where we're like, okay, serious face, game on face, like kind of thing, yeah.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
It was good, yeah. Good,
great to have that. Great to have those photos, isn't it? Looking back on the times, man. But also, like I was saying to Parrot, this is WrestleMania trip memories. Obviously, we go and do the sites as well. So we went on to San Francisco, didn't we?
We went to San Francisco. Yeah,
it was. We were in San Jose for the events for Raw, Hall of Fame, and everything. But we made a holiday. I tell you what, though, Gav. We could have done with an extra day or two in San Fran, couldn't we? Because it was amazing. It was amazing. I'd love to go back.
Yeah.
Some of your memories of San Francisco, doing the trips and stuff.
Trams, when we went on boat trip and stuff like that, it was 39 and stuff like that. Yeah, it was good. Yeah, but as you say, I think we could have done with another day or two out there. But as I say, that's what WrestleMania is, isn't it? When we go to America, everything's full on. Obviously, you have your Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Obviously, there's can do other stuff, like, obviously I'm not thinking, but obviously you know yourself, don't you? You've got your Friday to Monday. Obviously that's all just pure wrestling, basically. Yeah. Well, Monday.
It's nice. Yeah. It's nice to come up. It's nice to come away from the wrestling because it's so intense, and we love it. We still love it as we did when we were kids. But the sightseeing is always a nice thing to do. So Yeah, man. I enjoyed San Fran. It was cool. Now moving on. We went to Dallas. We were on a bit of a run at this point. It was 3 in a row, wasn't it, for yourself?
Yeah. Yep.
And we ended up in Dallas. Obviously, AT&T Stadium, which has just held WrestleMania in the last few weeks or so. But we were there for 2016. How was Dallas? You know, you're becoming a bit of a veteran now with the trips.
Yeah,
so how was the Dallas experience? How was WrestleMania 32? And just some standouts for you.
Yeah. Well, I think Dallas as a whole, I thought that was like, well, to me, Texas is like Cowboys, obviously, just, shoot them up on whatever. But obviously, Dallas is more like a built-up city, which I never realised. So that was a bit thinking, but it was, I'm not knocking it whatsoever. No, it's just, I'm more of a cowboy kind. So, yeah. But then, I went to WrestleMania 32, Dallas, AT&T Stadium, me and Tom, we was over the road. We'd got tickets to go drink and party with Ric Flair. So we went there, obviously wooing and, as you do, obviously styling, profiling, and everything else. But so we kind of come back a bit late. But
how was Flair? How was Flair at that?
It was on form as per usual on his Nature Boy. Just crazy. Just it was good. It was good. Yeah.
Now, memories from the event for you? Anything like you can remember that stood out from 32?
Lesnar versus Ambrose. That was a decent match. Obviously, Shawn Michaels coming out. There we go. Taker versus Shane. That was one of the better ones, but it was, for what it was good. Because WrestleMania 32, they had, I'm just trying to think back now, they had quite a few injured, didn't they? Because Rollins went there. Cena, he went there. Oh, The Rock came back. He did the little.
They needed The Rock, as you say, because of who was on the sidelines out. That was good though, you know. They needed the Rock star power. They needed that star power, didn't they, Gav?
Yeah, obviously, well, as I say, Michael's come back. Obviously, Foley. Inside joke, definitely.
Not Mr. Parrott's favourite guy.
No,
I like Foley myself, and I appreciate what he's done.
Austin, and then Austin came out too, so that was obviously another fan bit for, obviously,
That's cool.
But I think as an all, to say who they actually had out injured, obviously on injury list, it was good. It wasn't the worst WrestleMania by any means, but it was decent. It was, and then they had the Triple H Roman Reigns was that kind of just dragged on a bit, but
it was just sometimes I think you go in with higher expectations.
I think that's what it was.
And it doesn't deliver. And then the ones that we felt, this isn't going to be. 31 exceeded. 31 exceeded everyone, because we went into that and we were kind of like,
is it going to be?
Will it coagulate on the night? And it did. It absolutely did, didn't it? But man.
Yeah.
Anything else? Anything else with Texas, Dallas before we move on? Because we're going to switch events in a minute. We're gonna switch to 2017.
True. So I got to meet people at WrestleCon and stuff like that. Axxess, obviously, I'm a little bit more wiser, so obviously I know where I'm going and doing stuff and whatever. And I'd say the first time I did Axxess, I didn't really know what I was doing, so obviously I just like clung on to other people and like kind of thing. But then obviously, you get a year in, year 2 in, should I say, and you just do your own thing and then meet up with each other when you're finished, basically, and that's about it. But no, I would say WrestleMania Axxess, is a little plug, so I'd do it, WrestleMania Axxess, it's good. And then WrestleCon as well, obviously, list of wrestlers and stuff like that. There was, all good,
Cool, man. I know it's good for people that have always wanted to do a Mania.
Yeah.
You know, your perspective there, because I know so many people like, and I tell people all the time, just do it. You know, just go for it, and do it. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
they won't regret it. No, that is true. You won't regret it. It'll be good.
Now, you shifted events in 2017 and you went to the iconic San Antonio. You went to the Alamo Dome. Obviously, we had Royal Rumble 1997 there, didn't we? Mm-hmm. So they went back. They went back in 2017, and you and the lads went over. I was gutted I couldn't go to that, mate. Yeah. Absolutely gutted. But yeah, Royal Rumble in San Antonio. How was it? How was the Rumble first off?
Yeah, that was good. Everything, as I said earlier, obviously Dallas swung quite up. Well, I don't know really how to put it. San Antonio, Texas is more of my own vision of Texas. Obviously, cowboys and stuff like that. Obviously, like stuff like obviously, and then you've got Alamo and stuff like that. Which that's whole thing. And but no, San Antonio. Yeah, I did like that. Yeah, I'd definitely go back to San Antonio. That was good. Yeah, going back to Rumble. Sorry, I'm just.
No, it's fine. Hey, it's fine, mate. It's fine.
The Rumble, that was good. Yeah. Just trying to think of matches.
Cena, AJ
Styles. Yeah, that was a great match. Obviously, the Rumble itself, that was good. Just obviously, it was good. What else is there? Yeah. I can't really think.
It's a lot. It's a lot in it when you're recounting all the events.
Yeah, I know. It's like you're trying to.
How was it? What was the vibe like with it being a Rumble? I'm going to ask you that because you've done WrestleMania, you've done the Granddaddy More. What was the vibe like for the Rumble itself? You know, that weekend. Was it? Did you get a similar vibe as you get with WrestleMania? Did you have that big feel to it with it being a Rumble?
Not quite, no, because it's Rumble. Obviously, it's only the one day, which I thought they might have done more,
building up to it, yeah.
Gonna have a weekend of it with it being one of Big Four events, like so. I thought, but no, it was. I ain't knocking it, say. Just I thought there might have been a bit more of that weekend, maybe, but no, it was. Can't fault it. It was good, definitely good. And as I say, San Antonio, there was nice people, and you can't knock it really. It was good, and obviously it's summer out as well, which it's a different heat over there. It's excuse me, like a desert heat. It's just a sticky climate.
Plenty of drinking there. Yeah,
actually, yeah.
We do like our bevies, don't we? We do like our bevies when we go on the trips.
Yeah.
Now,
true, yeah.
I'm trying to get this in the right order now. Was it SummerSlam in Brooklyn? Was it
SummerSlam? Yeah.
2017, same.
Yeah. Yeah, the same year.
Yes. Now, you went there on your own, didn't you, at the time? You went on that trip on your own, where normally there was a group of us, you know. But how was it? How was it going on your own? Going to the Barclays Center that week. I know we were in contact while you were there. How was Brooklyn? How was SummerSlam?
All good, to be fair. I think if it had been my first one I've ever been to, or the first time I've been across to America, that would have been a complete different. I would have been way out my depth. But obviously, with getting to know a little bit about America. Not a lot, by the way, but obviously getting the gist of it, should I say, it was a lot easier that way. But no, it was all right, yeah. Because I stopped in Brooklyn, it was kind of usually Tom. He always books things for me, and I pay him back. So in other words, he sorts it all out. But this time, obviously, I just had a look. I didn't actually plan on going at first, but then. I thought on, I can't think what it was called, Booking, Booking.com, I think it was actually. I was just looking at places, obviously just like cheap places, just having a look. I want actually not was set in stone as such. And then obviously I thought I'd reserved this place, but no, they end up taking me money.
Oh, I remember this.
That's basically how. And I asked them for a refund, and it's like no. So basically, yeah.
That made the decision for you. If you were ever in two minds, you were like, I'm going to that.
Yeah.
But hey,
yeah, too much. But no, it's
testament.
A blessing in disguise. Obviously, otherwise I wouldn't have gone there. So yeah, it was. It turned out all good anyway. Yeah.
How was SummerSlam? And just some of the matches that stand out again, man.
Yeah, you had AJ Styles and Cena again. Oh wait, there. No, was it that one? I can't think now. To be fair. You had Ginger Mahal, Orton. It was it that one? I can't think now. To be fair. I'm just trying to think of what.
I know, mate. It's hard. It is hard to recount because you've been to so many events, man. When you think how many matches.
The whole. That was good. It was good at SummerSlam. Yeah, I enjoyed it anyway. And then obviously everything was at the Barclays Center. So like obviously SmackDown and Raw, they was there anyway. So yeah, it was good. Times Square was very fast moving. It's like oof, Christ. Yeah, it's.
You're glad you went. You're glad you went to Times Square and did all that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah. But obviously, since I had to go, basically, obviously, did a bit more research by myself kind of thing, and obviously, you can get New York City passes and other passes for places in America. So I got one of them. So it was all right. Yeah. Obviously, I went to Empire State, Central Park on bikes and other stuff. Yeah. Oh, I went. Christ, what's it called now? Oh, Statue of Liberty.
Brilliant. I've not been to Statue of Liberty. I've been over twice to New York. Oh, that's amazing, man. Oh, yeah. You made the most of it. They made the most of it, didn't you?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Wanted to do a bit more in Madison Square Garden, but I didn't really. Everything was just flying. Yeah, because obviously, as I say, I stopped in Brooklyn, so obviously everything was basically train ride into New York. So yeah. But no, it was good. It was definitely fast moving and stuff like that.
Crazy. You think London's like that, and then you head to New York and you know Brooklyn, or it's a different pace again, isn't it? Nothing more truer than the city that never sleeps, Gav.
True, you're right.
It's that's why it's got the moniker. And when you go in there, you just realise it's just a different pace of life.
Yeah, everything is. Yeah, it's just everything's just. Yeah, especially Times Square. It's not too bad when you're on obviously other side streets and stuff like that. It's not too bad, but obviously Times Square, yeah, that's just woof. And you see some crazy sights and stuff like that. And traveling trains weren't too bad. It was just I had to. Not very good with directions, so obviously I was going to and from. I was getting lost quite a lot, should I say? So yeah, and then ended up in wrong place of Brooklyn, where I wasn't supposed to.
How did you get out of that situation?
I just carried on walking, should I say? Yeah, it was just. I was just on me walking and just. Obviously sightseeing and stuff like that, just looking around and not actually watching where I'm going kind of thing. Obviously I was watching me send across road and stuff like that, but I was just walking, and then you could sense there was you'd gone into a different
an area you shouldn't be going into.
You know, a different area. A bit rough and ready and stuff like that. So
a learning experience on your trip then.
Yeah, so go back that way.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Now, I'm right in thinking it was Survivor Series in Chicago. It was. You weren't at New Orleans again, were you, for WrestleMania?
No, I was meant to, but stuff happened, should I say?
Yeah. Okay, we'll move on. We'll move on to Survivor Series because you and Perry went over to Chicago in 2018. You went to the iconic Allstate Arena, famed for wrestling. The crowd, probably the best crowd in wrestling in world terms. It's right up there, isn't it? But yeah, Chicago, man, for Survivor Series, and that was the fourth of the big four that you've done, man. So tell us about Chicago, about the Survivor Series event, and the stuff you and Perrick got up to.
Chicago, that's always good, because we went to watch Iron Maiden after we went to Dallas. So after WrestleMania 32, we went to Chicago to watch Iron Maiden. So we had a couple of days there, and that was good. And then obviously going back to Survivor Series 2019. What 19?
Have I got the years wrong? I think. Sorry, it's my mistake. It was because it was pre-COVID, wasn't it? It was before you got that in. You got that in at the right time, didn't you?
Yeah, because 2018 I didn't do no that year.
No, it's my mistake. I got the years mixed up, muddled up.
Okay. It's okay. Yeah. So going back to Survivor Series, that was good. Yeah. It was good, I'd say Chicago as a whole, I like that anyway. So, and we'd obviously did some extra stuff, but obviously when we went to Chicago before, we did the the boat trip and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So obviously didn't do it last time, but and then from there went to Milwaukee. That was good.
Cool, man. Cool.
And then ended up going to Toronto after that for a couple of days.
I forgot you did all this. Amazing, though.
Basically, we just tried cramming it all in. To be fair,
what was highlight of Milwaukee? What was a highlight of Toronto?
Milwaukee, it was because we just went on a is it Greyhound or whatever they're called?
Yeah, the bus. Yeah,
the buses. Well, I think it was called Greyhound or whatever.
Yeah, no, it is. It is Greyhound, the bus system there.
Yeah. It was good. Milwaukee, we were just very laid back and stuff like that. Pubs and stuff and bars and all that. Just fingered around. Yeah, it would have been nice if we had a bit longer, to be fair, in there just to see a bit more stuff. Which obviously we did see a good lot, to be fair, for what time we were there. Milwaukee. I'd recommend that. I'd go there. Yeah, again. Mm-hmm.
Toronto, Mr. Longmate. Toronto.
Toronto. Obviously, Canadians are completely different to Americans, aren't they? No offense to people, but obviously, Canada's a lot more laid back. It seemed, unless. Well, that's what it seemed to me anyway. And going to some pubs, some English pubs and stuff like that, it was good. It was good. Canada, yeah. Yeah, and then we had. Where do we go? I went to Sky Tower. Is it Sky Tower?
Yeah.
CN Sky Tower. Yeah, up there.
Yeah. CN Tower, isn't it? Yeah, the Sky Tower. Yeah. Right by the stadium, isn't it? Obviously, where we had WrestleMania 6 and WrestleMania 18.
Yep.
Sky Dome.
Yeah, Sky Dome. So that was good. That time I got one of them city passes for Toronto. So that was good. It was good, to be fair. Toronto.
Amazing. Now back to Chicago, obviously, where the Survivor Series was 2019. Before I say 2018 again. Being in the Allstate Arena first and foremost, because it's so iconic. What was the crowd like? Because you see it on TV, but when you're there in person, total different perspective, isn't it?
True.
It's wild on TV, Gav, but you being in that iconic wrestling stadium, which WWE have had so many amazing events over the years. How was it from your perspective being there?
Trick it was. Yeah, Chicago. Yeah, that's definitely one of the noisier places. Yes, so it was good.
Matches as well from the night that stood out for you, which you enjoyed.
I think because they brought NXT into it, didn't they? So that was a bit more of a twist that year. So that was good. Yeah, you had Keith Lee,
Adam Cole.
Was he in that?
I'm trying to think if they were all on it. Like I think they must have been if Keith Lee was on it.
Was Keith Lee, yeah, and then I think it were Reigns and I want to say Lesnar, but Lesnar, he was against Rey Mysterio, wasn't he, and Dominic, I think. Sure, that were it. But yeah, I can't really remember, to be fair. But no, it was, as a whole, it was a decent pay-per-view. It was, yeah. The Finn come out, the Fiend. Yeah, Fiend come out, yeah. Obviously, Bray Wyatt. Got a video of that. That was good. Yeah, because he was against Daniel Bryan, wasn't he? Yeah. Yeah, so, yeah.
Cool, man. That's cool. Now, what would be your tips and advice? Because, you've done so many shows. The only one in our group to do all 4 of the big 4. Amazing. I've done 2 of the big 4. So, amazing that you've done it. You bit the bullet. You went and did everything, didn't you? You're like, I'm gonna do the 4, and you did everything. Amazing. But yeah, some tips from your perspective for people that haven't done a show over there. Have travelled over from the UK. Yeah, what would be your tips to them?
Just go out and do it, basically. Yeah, go for maybe 10 a week or 10 days, and then because obviously if you do Mania, obviously that weekend, as I said before, the Friday to Monday, that's just all wrestling basically. There's no time for what else as such. But no, obviously you don't have to go to all the other shows if you're just going to WrestleMania or whatever. It's entirely up to you. But the Raw after WrestleMania, yeah, get yourself into that one. Yeah,
we've seen some moments on that, mate, and we also because we like our predated stuff. Before we were born, but like late 80s. I always say I'm fond of the late 80s in WWE, WWF, and the 90s. So you're like 90s, me. The Hall of Fame is always a big one for us, isn't it?
Yeah, the Hall of Fame. Yeah. I completely forgot all about Hall of Fame. Yeah, no, because seeing some good people go in there, to be fair, that was, yeah, Hall of Fame. Yeah, that's a definite one to go to as well. Yeah, Hall of Fame.
Do the whole hog, isn't it? While you're there, Raw. If SmackDown is the way they do it now, SmackDown's falling on the Friday, isn't it? Yeah. I think you just got to do everything, all the stuff that's going on. Get to WrestleCon, as you say,
get to WrestleCon,
and get the sightseeing in, and as you say, the duration of your trip, because sometimes we've gone for 5 nights, haven't we? You need. Yeah. I think your advice.
You need longer, yeah. You need
a week, 10 days would be ideal
days, stuff like that, yeah.
Anything else to add?
Not really, no. I don't think. Just if you want to do a Mania or a SummerSlam or any pay-per-view, just go out and do it. It's a different world in America. You've got different culture, music, everything. Yeah, it's all, and obviously sightseeing and stuff like that. Yeah, it's all.
Where would you like to go that you haven't been to? Say, any place in America for an event. Is there a place that would be on the list that you haven't been to? Where would you like to see a show?
I would say Seattle, but obviously that's for all grunge reasons, really. But
that's fine, mate. No, that's what it's about. You can go into your other interests with a trip. You know what I mean? Seattle. I'm surprised they haven't done Seattle again, or maybe done it later in the year, because Safeco's still there. I think they could go. They could go back there, couldn't they?
Yeah. Oh yeah, true. Yeah, could go back there. Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah, yeah. So listen up, WWE. Get the Seattle.
Absolutely. My guest, a WrestleMania trip veteran, the only man in the group of Team Mania UK, because we're all dotted around the country, but we're all very close still. Gav Longmate, who's done all the big 4 pay-per-views, and thank you for coming on to Stu's Wrestling Podcast today.
No worries, Stu. Cheers, mate. Thanks.
What a fantastic insight there from Gav, a close friend, one of my closest friends in the world, in the universe, and it's just amazing. It was amazing to hear about his trips and his memories. And also, you know, people, again, we want to hit it home. If you've ever felt like you wanted to go over to WrestleMania or one of the big events in WWE over in America, especially if you're from the UK, do it. Just bite the bullet and do it. A lot of people bemoan the product now, but WrestleMania as an event is always amazing. You could spend a week over there, maybe in LA next spring, or 4 or 5 nights. But yeah, we really do implore you, if you've ever felt about doing it, just bite the bullet and go for it. It's amazing. It's amazing. Thank you to Chris Dutton for the edit as always. Thank you to Mr. Mike Angus for the intro. Thank you to Evade Escape for the music, as you can hear, and we had it in the intro and the outro. And we will see you for episode 118 very, very soon.